Hi, Derek Stupski here from Stupski Fitness. I want to talk to you about a very common mistake that I see a lot of people do when they perform an overhead pressing motion. The mistake that I'm talking about isn't in the setup, it's in the movement itself. So the setup is usually just fine. Feet shoulder width apart, hands just outside the shoulders if you're using a barbell, hands at the shoulders if you're using dumbbells. And when they go to push, their hips come forward, they lean back, and they push up at a 45-degree angle, and then they come back down. We cannot put ourselves in this position. It puts a lot of pressure on the lower back, as you saw my hips come forward, and then we're also pushing at a 45-degree angle, not overhead. It's not an overhead press. How do we fix this? Really quick, setup still the same. We have to keep our core tight, and we go to push. Remember that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So think of it as point A, and then point B is going to be overhead. Keep the core tight. We go to push from A to B. My hands are overhead, and we come back down. Point A to point B, and we come back down. One of the most common phrases used when pushing overhead: clear your head through the bar. I've heard this plenty of times. I agree with it to a certain extent. A lot of people either over-exaggerate it or they don't understand what it actually means. What we mean by clear our head is we push up. Our head can come forward a little bit. It helps us put those shoulders at a good position to come back down. What I see a lot of is people over-exaggerate it. They go to push, and then all of a sudden they arch their back again. The hands go behind the shoulders, way behind the head, and once again we're at risk for another injury with our shoulders or our lower back. So let's remember, point A to point B. No reason to go from A to C. Stay nice and tall. Point A, keep your core tight, push up to B. Come down, keep the core tight. A to B, clear the head through, we come back down.